All right, cool. Siamo, I think we're ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Gameweek 39. My name is Katuchiro Shon Matiza, and as usual, I'm never alone. I'm with my co-host Mario. Yo, Mario, welcome back. We're back at it again.
What's happening, Game Week 39 world? We are back with another one. You know what it is. Never gonna let you ride solo, my guy. We're still figuring out this video-ish. Hey, feels good to shoot from my couch, though. I can't complain. I can't
Mm,
complain. But yeah, we
it's
can
a
still, we're
different
still gonna
feeling now.
give, we're still gonna deliver that high quality content. So our managers don't need to
No,
worry.
no, hundreds. Like we said, this is all still quite new, and we're all just trying to figure it out as we go, trying to see how we can deliver this without any interruptions of any geographic locations. But nonetheless, I'm glad we're all here. Mario, I'm sure you're excited for the show. I'm sure you're excited. We just came from a UEFA Champions League night, if I can even put it like that. This past week. But maybe we can start by that, Mario. How did you find the Champions League? Liverpool lost. There was a draw for Spurs and City, and we saw Chelsea, Newcastle, and Arsenal win. Your thoughts? I'm sure you're happy there.
Yeah, satisfied with the result. Um, Wish it was more comfortable though. Yeah, I can't say much. Third red card in a row. I mean, three red cards in 3 games is wild. It's crazy
What's
business.
going on with you guys and red cards? What's happening?
I have no idea, but that's like just crazy.
Mm.
3 red cards back to back. Nah, I've never seen such. So I don't know what's going on. Maresca needs to sort it out. He needs to figure it out because we can't keep on finishing games with 10 wins. Lucky enough, the João Pedro one was at the end. But I mean, the other
Yeah.
two cost us dearly. And also, Maresca, before I cuss, doesn't know how to deal with a red card. That's what
Mm.
I've noticed in the last couple of games. He
So
gets a
basically,
red
he's
card.
saying when you guys go down to probably 10 men, you feel that he doesn't have a solution for that.
Yeah, no. Then we're cooked. I know we're cooked because all he's gonna do is substitute all the attacking players off and bring on defenders. Then we're gonna play a game with 7 defenders, 2 midfielders, and maybe João Pedro if he doesn't get a red card. So it's quite annoying that maybe he doesn't prepare for it, he doesn't game plan for it. He doesn't train for it. Does should train his team. I mean, I think the best managers in the world prepare for any eventuality, and the red card is one of them. Yeah, but
All right,
also
and then
looking at other Premier League fixtures, other Premier League teams,
I
like
want us to move on as with the yes. Yeah.
yes, with Liverpool going down to Galatasaray, um, shameful,
Liverpool, my dear
shameful.
Liverpool, what's going on with us? Two back-to-back losses. I'm hurting. I'm
When we
hurting.
drew
I'm hurting.
When we drew with Crystal Palace on opening day, you guys laughed and said we're not serious. And I'm telling you, Crystal Palace still the only undefeated team in the league right now.
They are.
Uh,
Mm.
so Crystal Palace, I don't know how they did it, how they do it, how
Let's focus on the Champions League. We're gonna get into the Premier League, but I wanted us to wrap up Newcastle, as well as maybe your thoughts about Arsenal's 2-0 win, and maybe City also drawing in the Champions League.
yeah, disappointing for City. Seems like they can't be consistent. They do very well in the league, then they go to give up a winning position against Monaco in the Champions League. So the only consistent thing right now is Android 17. Cyborg himself.
He's banging in those
No,
goals.
he's
It's
on top.
angry.
He's on top
Yeah.
of things. Hey,
Mm.
the best move I've made this season is jumping from Salah to him because Liverpool's form, like I said earlier on in the season, They were lucky to get through those 4 games with 4 victories. But you said, champions, it's how they do. Now it's coming back to bite them. Now they are starting to have conversations about rates and such. Should rates be benched for the betterment? Should they go back to what happened last season? How do you buy a backup striker for 130 million? So on and so forth. But I like Newcastle. I like
Yeah,
Newcastle. I like Newcastle.
Voltamade scored quite an odd goal, and we saw Gordon taking 2 penalties there. I'm guessing he's gonna be the man for the penalties now for this season.
Yeah, without Isak, without Wilson, I don't know how
Yeah.
Voltemado as a number 9 feels about it, but then there are plenty of midfielders across the league that do take penalties. And if
Yeah.
Gordon has been handed that responsibility, it just raises his stock for FPL managers as well. But yeah,
All
Voltemado, they're
right.
off to
And
a
then
good start as well. So that's all I want to
hundreds.
look at.
Let's wrap up the Champions League. We saw Martinelli and Saka scoring goals. I think Martinelli is scoring back to back now in the past 2 Champions League games. I think probably also in the Premier League he might have contributed. I'm not sure. Maybe you'll just remind me there, Mario. But your thoughts, Arsenal 2-0 win against Olympiacos?
It was to be expected.
Mm.
Arsenal are consistent at raising the fans' hopes, crushing them at the end. So this is Arsenal's side. This is
Fans'
definitely
hopes and crushing them. Yeah,
at the end. Yeah, at the end. So this is Arsenal's
yeah.
time. They look like one of the better teams.
It's that time.
Yeah, they look like they exactly like they look like one of the better teams right now. Um, but yeah, like you said, Goikerez held up like 2 defenders and made it look quite easy there before getting his shot away, which resulted in the rebound for Martinelli to tuck it in. So Goikerez, as much as he's only scored 3 goals this season, Haaland has scored probably more goals this week, but that's Haaland. And our
Yeah.
friend Mane was busy on some 100 and what goals in 99 games. We're trying to explain to him
Mm.
that that's Portugal. It doesn't work like that, yeah. But then
All
yeah,
right, Mario. Yeah,
I fancy Arsenal to go continue that form, go into the weekend,
the Champions League
especially
now.
after beating
All right.
Newcastle as well.
All right. Now let's look into the Premier League. So we spoke about Game Week 6. Game Week 6, I mean, it went past so fast, but I think quite a lot happened, Mario. Quite a lot, significantly. We saw one of the biggest transfer ins, I would say, being who's this guy? We talk about the cyborg, Erling Haaland. We saw him also being the most captained. I think there were, I can't remember the number, but there were quite a few managers that also played their chips, going into this game week 6. But maybe we can start from the first kickoff, Brentford versus Man United at the very top. Maybe we can just quickly go through that. I mean, Man United has been suffering at the hands of Brentford for, I think, 4 seasons now. I remember very fresh on my mind when who's this the Swedish, I think the Swedish midfielder. What's his name? Is he Swedish? What's this guy's name? I'm forgetting his name. Who joined Man United after collapsing on the field during, I think
Excellent.
it was the Euros. Ericsson. Where is he from? Sweden, eh?
Mm, I
Where's
believe it's
where is he from?
Norway, is it not?
Norway.
No,
Norway.
yeah.
No. It can't be
No,
Norway, man. It's the
Denmark,
same
sorry.
place where
Denmark.
Denmark. You're right. You're right.
Denmark,
Denmark.
Denmark.
Yes, I remember when he just joined Man United. I think he also had just moved from Brentford on that season, and they had just also brought in Onana. And I just saw Man United being torn apart. I think it was a 4-0 loss, if I'm not mistaken, and they were wearing that greenish Man United jersey at Brentford. But I mean, we're talking 3 seasons, if not 4, if I'm not mistaken now, and we're still seeing the same outcome. Brentford, and this is not the Brentford with Wisa, with Mbuemo, This is a very, dismantled, rebuilding Brentford, but putting hands on Man United after people are being optimistic. And mind you, I need to mention there were quite a few pundits that are also suggesting bringing in the likes of Bruno Fernandes. But personally, I was like, I don't know where you guys, I don't know. Maybe numbers do always throw some managers off. I feel like that's also one thing that when it comes to numbers, you also need to sometimes question the numbers. If the numbers are saying something, but you do know that I'm Man United, Bruno Fernandes. But anyway, Mario, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's one of those embarrassing defeats by Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes costs us again, costs me again. Ego Thiago, having a party there at Brentford, making sure that they
Mm.
don't miss Suisa and they don't miss Mbuemo. And then that time, Wisa, I don't know, has he gotten on the field for Newcastle yet? I'm unsure about it, but
Wisa, no, not yet. I think he's still on the way back from recovery.
yeah. So I think we'll see how that plays out for I think he'll be quite interesting once he's back in the Newcastle fold. But yeah, Man United, Bruno Fernandes misses a penalty, another one, second one this season.
Another
Yes.
one. The last time I had him, I was so pissed because I've never had faith in Bruno Fernandes since the glory days of Fernandes. But I was
Mm.
like, you know what? Let's just see. Maybe these numbers, this whole, you know, you chats about Bruno Fernandes and this. I mean, also, I cannot actually just say this. I need to also say the fact that they brought in the likes of Cunha and Mbuemo. I mean, who would have thought? We have seen players do bad when they join Man United, but you think that the likes of Cunha, Mbuemo, who are trusted, who've been in the Premier League,
Come
there's no
on,
chance they're gonna
Jadon
struggle.
Sancho went to a Champions League final. He was banging in goals. What I mean, Mbeumo and them have never even smelt the Champions League. But yet Sancho came
My guy.
there, became a 20 million pound player. Now it seems like they can't even sell him for 20 million pounds after buying him for what seemed to be close to a record fee at that time. So
Mm.
I don't know what's going on at Manchester United. I don't think God, you look at the record of Emeron and you look at his predecessors in Mourinho, Ten Hag, um, even Moyes, all of them, as bad as they were, I think they all had a 50% win rate. I think Moyes was the least with 50.8 or 50 point something. So it says, and Emeron is sitting on like what, 27, 26%. I saw the other day they're considering Southgate or a lot of other managers because Southgate has a very good relationship with Sir Daniel Radcliffe and Eno's group. So, hey, I don't know if Amaron will see the end of this season because I don't think he can string together more
He's
than.
gonna see. I don't think he's gonna see the end of the season. Yeah, yeah.
I think
Sometimes you
this.
can
I don't
be
think he'll see
on a.
Christmas.
You
He'll
can
probably go
you can.
spend Christmas with his family in Portugal.
Yeah, no, he will. He will. He will. He will be there with his grandparents and his cousins. But anyway, let's move on, Mario. You guys, you guys, Man United gets three, and then you guys also follow suit. You get three from Brighton. What happened there? Another red card, as you said earlier, in the Champions League this past few days, but you had gotten the first red card here, I believe.
Got a red card against Manchester United in that waterlogged pitch of theirs. We got a red
Mm.
card against Brighton again. I believe away from home. I mean, it's just been
Red card this week.
now we get a red card this week. It's been horrible. I mean, if we
Mm.
see Chelsea, Chelsea were winning that game. Chelsea were winning that
Mm.
game after 24 minutes. I know this result is just sad. Chelsea were winning that game, in control.
Take it all out. Take it all out. Take it all out, my friend. Take it all
They
out.
were winning that game. They were in control.
Mm.
Second half comes on. Chalobah gets a red card just before the 60th minute. This guy goes, he takes out all of our attacking players again. goes and puts in all defenders again, like he did with Manchester United. Within 20 minutes of that, within 5 minutes of that change, you could already see Brighton was on top of us. Within 20 minutes, they had equalized. And to the credit of the boys, they did try and defend it well. And then they go and concede 2 goals in added time. So one in the 92nd minute, then the third one in the 90 plus 10 minutes, I think. 90 plus 9 minutes. So we gave it up early. Without that red card, it's a walk for us. I think. Not a walk, but I mean, we could have managed that game a lot better. Brighton had their chances.
It's not like Brighton have been the best team, or rather has been that Brighton that we have seen in the past few seasons.
Actually,
I think we
this
can
this
also agree that
this.
Brighton is also on the rebuild.
I mean, like even after all of that, we still maintained more possession of the ball. I think we had more shots in the game. So it was just quite an annoying result. Manchester United, Brighton, those should be 6 points that we have at the moment, and we came out with nothing but our dicks in our hands. Excuse the language.
No, man. João Pedro, I'm gonna monitor him in the next obviously fixture against us. But he did very well since the season started. Returning some good points, but the past 2 game weeks have been very terrible. Both losses for Chelsea and 2 points from João Pedro. So I'm just gonna see this fixture. I'm also not too optimistic, but again, Liverpool is quite leaky at the back, so. For me, I just want to see how João Pedro does, and probably also this might even tell us, I mean, what Chelsea is all about this season. I think at the start of the season, you guys were saying you're the only team that can stop Liverpool, right? I think this fixture that is coming, it will be a good fixture. I don't think there's too many excuses both of us can give. I don't know when Palmer is coming back, but it would have been nice if he's also on the starting 11 come the weekend.
I don't believe he'll play this weekend, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
All right.
guess Esteva will play or something. I'm not too sure how Maresca is setting his things up. We really need. He doesn't look like he trusts him much, so I'm guessing in training it's not that impressive. Like it's weird to
So
say, I miss Jackson or Delap in this situation.
yeah, Jackson is playing in the Champions League, my guy,
Prefer,
scoring goals. I think he scored a goal.
preferably, I would like to have Delap back, but then I mean, if Jackson
Mm.
didn't go off, you'd still have plenty of opportunity now. Kittens
All
and
right, let's move on.
Sancho.
Let's move on, Mario. Out of the interest of time, Palace beat us 2-1. It was a game where personally I felt that yeah, we never.
Running from it. I'm glad you're not ducking the smoke.
No, 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 no. I don't play like that. We have to speak about these things. Um, I mean that fixture. I just felt that we never switched gears. I know that we did have a better second half compared to the first half, but I mean the whole first half, Palace was just all of us. Those guys should have put so many goals past Ellison, but I mean Ellison really did show up. Probably if it was not for the late winner, of course, you could have probably been voted man of the match if it was that 1-1 draw, because he really saved us from the embarrassment. But I mean, this is a Palace that I believe they beat us in the Community Shield at the start of the season, right?
No, against Liverpool
And
this
Ismail Issa
season.
just comes back from injury, and you can just see the impact of Ismail Issa. I love Ismail Issa really. I'm also just trying to see if I was to bring him in, who would I substitute? But I mean, Mateta, you know how Mateta is, difficult to play with, difficult to defend. Um, yeah, we struggled. We pushed. We eventually got the equalizer, but in the very same fashion that we conceded, which is set pieces, which has been our problem, I think, honestly, this season. We seem to really struggle when defending set pieces, or rather, set pieces and corners, maybe rather, if I'm also being a bit specific. We ended up losing. We ended up being on the receiving end of that dramatic script that we've been, playing on since the season started. But I don't know, Mario, your thoughts? What did you think of that game and probably Palace as a team?
Like I said, when we drew against them, I watched that game. I told you guys, Palace is a lot. Palace is gonna be difficult to deal with. But it's surprising to say the least because they lost Eze, who I feel like was a big spark for them going forward. They nearly lost Gay, and that would have been worse. But then they've bounced back. They've bounced back well from it. I believe it's Glasner who's the head coach there.
Which
Yeah, I know. Give that man his flowers because hey, Glasner is cooking. He's cooking and he's cooking with a wooden spoon. He's cooking pap with a
no, he's
wooden
doing
spoon.
the things.
So hey, I've got nothing bad to say about Palace, other than the fact that it might get a bit difficult going forward, because now teams are not sleeping on them, and I feel like the they show up against the big teams, but then they're not as consistent when it comes to teams that are on their level or in similar form, small team form as that. So they play Everton next away from home. That might be, I feel like that's a low scoring game. I don't see more than 2 goals coming from that game. So it might be a
Yeah,
1-1, 1 or a 0-0. But I don't think, I think I don't see Palace winning this game, and I don't see a lot of goals. So I might avoid the likes of Nketiah and Ismail Issa for now. Um, then after Game Week 7, obviously we're going on a international break for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
So we'll probably speak more about that, what the future holds for them after that. But they play Bournemouth as well, which is also quite a difficult game. So hey,
Hundreds. All right. I think let's wrap up these fixtures. Man City 5-1 against Burnley. I think this was a expected result.
yeah,
As I said earlier, we saw some managers deciding to triple captain, and they were definitely handsomely rewarded for their triple captains. But yeah, man, I mean, the Terminator is doing what he does. The cyborg, he's doing what he does best.
Robocop, Knight Rider,
Mm.
Mystery, Thanos, whatever you wanna call him, coming through with a nice brace there. But then,
Two own goals from Steve.
imagine, and he was
That
like
was wild.
taking.
I thought managers that had him on the starting 11. But what would you be
I
thinking
doubt,
playing him
I,
against
doubt-
Manchester City, knowing that?
and I doubt any manager had him on the starting pitch.
No,
Okay,
they
they
did. I
probably
did see
are.
some managers. I did see some managers who had him on their team, but I think they probably forgot to make transfers, or they didn't have better players on the bench.
Yeah, maybe it's bots. But yeah, Esteve, who
Mm.
has been in good form for us,
Yeah.
he concedes 2 own goals and 5 goals on top of that. So that's like minus one, -1. I don't know. I think an own goal is -2, -2, minus
Mm.
two. That's like almost -6 from your 2 that you have. Did he get any cards? I would hope not.
My guy,
Imagine getting a yellow card on top of that.
wild business.
Imagine on the 90th minute you get a red card after
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah, no, it would literally be like a -10 or something. But yeah,
No, it was raining.
Haaland,
It was raining.
Martinez, Cunha playing from that right back. I mean, not Cunha, what's his name? Matthias Nunes playing from that as a right back position that is taking up a wing back.
I think he was playing more of the right
Yeah,
the
so
right wing back.
getting a goal there as well. Savinho new contract. Foden had been in good form. Hence when I wild carded, I brought him in, thinking that he's gonna eat something here from this Burnley. I'm disappointed he didn't play the full 90 though.
Eat.
Got a yellow card. So quite sad. But yeah, 21 goals shot to 9. Definitely
All
equals a
right.
5.
And then the last fixture here, it was the 2-1 win for Arsenal. It was also a late winner by Gabriel, scoring a header. I remember I was walking into my place.
Don't even remind me.
I was walking into my place and I switch on the television there. I see it's 1-1. I'm like, good shot. Can this fixture just end like this? And then I just disappeared for a second. Next thing I see, it's 2-1 Arsenal. But I don't know if you're watching the game, Mario. How did you find it?
I did not watch the game. I like you tuned in. I think it was I followed it over the phone, but then when I tuned in, I watched it for a bit. It was 1-1. I was like, okay, that's fine. We can live with that. I had paid wild carded Gabriel into my team. God knows why I made him a third sub, but it wouldn't have changed anything even if I made him the first sub, because no one in my team can
You
play.
made Gabriel a sub.
But
You know,
looking
it's a
at
sad
but looking at Fernandez, who I nearly got rid of, but because Man United's fixtures are so good, you think that no, surely he's gonna come out with something here, but mix. So it's like, yo, that hurt extra more with the 13
It looks like
points
it was
there.
a tough day. Seems like it was a tough day for you in the office, my friend.
Yeah, but then no one has better fixtures than Arsenal in the next 6 weeks, I'm sure.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's see,
Yep.
double up on the defense, or get at least one defender in Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, lots of options, and then
Right.
you can always
No, I
double up
agree.
on the attack.
I agree. I agree. Mario. So maybe let's move on to the green or red arrows on your side. I don't know, green, red arrows. How are things looking?
It's all green because I scored above average, one red in some invitational.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hurt by the Gabriel thing and the missing of the penalty of Fernandez. Like, at least if Fernandez converted that, got his 3 bonus points plus 2,
Hey,
it's
your bench is looking so good, Mario. What happened? Look at your
guy.
bench there,
That's
Gabriel,
what I,
Mukele.
hey, that's why I'm hurt.
Hey, my.
Calvert Lewin was supposed to eat
You were
because
gone.
even Calvert
You
Lewin
were
was
gone.
supposed to eat there because he missed that. The Leeds missed. What were they playing again when they missed them up? Is it 3-1? Let us
Can't recall.
confirm.
If let's just quickly check. Leeds. They
No, they
played.
missed Bournemouth
They
up.
played Bournemouth and Wolves. Got 11 points.
No, but I mean with the results for what you call this.
For who?
Leeds versus Bournemouth. What was the final score on that one? We didn't discuss it now. It ended up being 2-2. Oh shit, they were
Yeah.
beating them. They were beating them at the stage. I was like, yeah, the Calvert Lewin is gonna eat here. Ah, lol. But then yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
sad to
man, but
see as the listeners and the viewers can see on there. Yeah, it's not a pretty sight with on the bench there. A solid bench boost would
well,
a solid bench
it's
boost could
all
have been
lovely
much
and
more.
beautiful on my side of the world.
Of course
It's
it
all
is.
lovely and beautiful on my side of the world. I scored 71 points. Mari, did you hear that? I scored 71 points. Hey, my friend. Yeah. But no, let me be humble. I'm not like you. Let me be humble. But I scored
As in,
71 points. I played 4-4-2 for the first time. I don't know when last I played a 4-4-2 formation, but
I should have went
I
with
did
the
not want to
4-4-2.
transfer. So I didn't want to get to play. I knew that Eketike had a red card, but I didn't want to transfer him out. And I knew that Ngamoa obviously will not start. And the best that I could get there was probably a 1. So worst case scenario for me was Gay was probably going to get 2 points, and that was going to be good. And I think also, to my surprise, I was quite happy that regardless of the fact that Palace conceded, Gay got an assist. He got 90 minutes, and he also had some defensive contributions. And I mean, speaking of defensive contributions, Mario, I mean, isn't
Defcon,
this one of
bro.
the best?
Defcon is messing up the game. Defcon, I mean,
Isn't
look
this
at
one of the best things? Isn't this one of the best things that they've brought into the game?
look at Van Dijk, how he's eating on those Defcons. And then
My guy, these
the
things,
king of
are good
Defcon,
points.
the king of Defcon himself, Senesi. It's making defenders more attractive, actually. Because
More attractive. Exactly.
I
I mean, as
started
I said,
the season not focused too much on defensive potential
defense.
of players.
But you
But
can see
now,
this season, as a defenders can give you points, more especially strong defenders who are also center backs, because you'd find that as managers would always target the wing backs, as the best place to get the turns. But now you can see that even if you don't have a Gabriel who you knew, peak Arsenal set piece, he was the one that would get you some points. I mean, the likes of Gay getting 7 points after conceding, that is wild, and that's amazing. I love it. And hence I say, bringing back the classic formations of 4-4-2. I mean, I haven't played this formation in a long time, but right now, even going into this coming game week, I see myself playing a 4-4-2 possibly, but I haven't finalized my team. And I mean, let's talk about Keane. Keane, I was watching this game, and when he scored, I just closed everything. I put my phone away, I closed my laptop, I went and made dinner, and I was like, the rest is done, because I knew my ranking was just going to shoot up the roof. And it indeed was. So it was a great game week for me. I'm quite happy. I'm satisfied with my tactics going into this post game week. All right.
Yeah, no, those Defcons are definitely messing up the game, bro.
For sure. Defcons, we love it. But Mario, I want us to probably also just look at the team of the game week quickly. The team of the game week, the best standout players that came through this past game week, and I'm specifically looking at them by positions, right? I'm looking at them by positions. We see Roffs, that's his name, Roffs from Sunderland, the goalkeeper, 10 points, with the market value of 4.5 million. I'm just going to share my screen quickly so that you guys at home can also see properly there. But yeah, man, this was the team of the game week, Mario, that if you had these players, you were cooking. But as I'm saying, Roffs, the Sunderland goalkeeper, 10 points. That's what he scored. 4.5 million. That's his market value. So this guy is I think probably peaking right up there with most of the goalkeepers for managers. Because as I said, 4.5 million, that's probably one of the cheapest goalkeepers you can find. His last 4 game weeks, Mario, look at these numbers. 8 points, 10 points, 2 points, 10
No,
points.
Sanders, it's like Estava, or is it Esteve? Yeah, no, the defensive contributions are on another level.
It's wild. It's insane. And then the next fixture, they play Man United, Wolves, and they play Chelsea. Honestly, I think the next 2 fixtures, I wouldn't be surprised if these numbers were still aligning, because Sunderland, I think, they've been a bit of a surprise package, given the fact that, if we probably look at the last season, most teams that did come up, they were struggling from the get go. If I recall, Burnley was not up last season, but the season before they didn't do so well. But yeah, man, Sunderland has been doing well. We see also from the defenders, Alderete, he scored 17 points. I suspect he's probably also the highest scoring player this past game week. Yes, that is correct. 17 points. So Alderete again from Sunderland, 4.1 million. That is literally a steal. A steal, the easiest entry into the Sunderland defense. If you wanna, try to tap into those players there. And again, also similarly, we see the last four games that he played. He managed to score 4 points, 9 points, 4 points, and 17 points, which is not bad. I think it's quite some good returns for managers that probably jumped on him. And then midfield, we see Sean Longstaff. You'll recall him from what is this? Newcastle. Yes, he has a twin brother who also I think probably still at Newcastle, but he's now playing with Leeds. He also came through as the highest scoring midfielder and a dream team of this past week. 15 points, 4.9 million. Again, under 5 million. It's a steal. Cheap entry into that Leeds midfield if you want some Leeds players there. But having scored 5 points, 2 points, 2 points, and 15 points. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely as well. That that player is it Stock or Sock? It's also quite
Yes,
quite a
Stock. I
good
saw he
entry.
scored a spectacular free kick. I think was it this
Yeah,
past game week?
yeah. I believe
Yeah,
it's.
and again, I mean, look at the fixtures that are coming for Leeds. Spurs, Burnley, and West Ham. We know Burnley and West Ham have been struggling this season in terms of, probably getting the season going. Burnley way better than West Ham. I feel like Burnley, honestly, I feel like they're doing so much better. They've just been unlucky here and there, and obviously playing a very difficult Manchester City. But I really, really liked their defensive setup. I'm just trying to remember. Oh, when we played against them, I thought they
Also,
were
they should
quite
have beaten
disciplined.
Manchester United
We
as well.
see Anthony. Yes, exactly. So I think Burnley might not be an easy fixture. I really look forward to see the game against Leeds to see, who's the better from the two. But West Ham, yes, I feel for West Ham. So you with Calvert-Lewin there, you might be sitting nicely to eat. But I mean, yeah, man, the cyborg. We've been speaking about the cyborg this whole episode. We might even title it cyborg. But Haaland cooking. I mean, those numbers, Mario. These are scary numbers. These are scary numbers. Game week 3, 9 points. Rather, actually, let me start from game week 1, 13 points. Game week 3, 9 points. Game week 4, 13 points. Game week 5, 9. I mean, this guy is cooking. Man. You remember this season? This is like
It's
a
like
flashback from.
last season.
Hey, my God, this is scary. This is scary. Exactly. It was exactly like last
Literally
season.
like this.
But the
And I
thing is,
missed out on
you
him at
took
the
too long to
beginning.
jump on him.
Yeah. Is
So
Matthias
I'm glad you
Nunes
learned
listed
from
as a
that.
defender? Matthias
I don't
Nunes
know.
might be. I think
A
Matthias
good,
Nunes
a good.
might also be a nice pick.
Oh yeah, you're right, and it is because he was a midfielder when they bought him from Wolves.
Mm.
But yeah, man, Mario, things. This was the team of the game week, and I think, yeah, man, managers, they cooked. They enjoyed eating from this plate if they had, these ingredients on their side. So, yeah, but we need to move on, Mario. As you could hear, my alarm is even going off, talking about time. But yeah, Mario, let's go into the upcoming fixtures. I think the ones that I've pulled up on my side: Bournemouth versus Fulham, Arsenal versus West Ham, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Maybe you can just share your thoughts on these fixtures and probably any other fixture that you're looking forward
Um, Arsenal versus West Ham looks like a good one. Um, Arsenal can definitely do some damage there. Definitely. I see a lot of people have bought in Gabriel. I see a lot of people have bought in Gabriel. Gyökeres as well is after his assist. It looked quite good, so I would also be down for him. Saka, Martinelli. There are a few options unveiling themselves there. We're always gonna look at Manchester United because they have good fixtures. I think this might be one of their last good fixtures. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty. I don't know who else. We can't speak about Haaland, who just got a brace for Napoli. That loss. Villa versus Burnley.
Isn't everyone there lost? McTominay going to be player of the season in Serie
Player of the
A.
season in Serie A. And then that side, it looks like Haaland wants to also go be player of the season at Serie A. So Manchester United will just be donating players of the season. Who knows? We'll wait to see what. Look at the Rashford having a good season at Barcelona.
Look at Rashford, living his best life there at Barca.
Exactly, 6 goal contributions in a very short period of time. So.
And spectacular goals, not just ordinary goals. These are not just tap-ins. We're talking about spectacular goals.
The second one against Newcastle was something else. I think Newcastle is gonna spank Nottingham Forest, if I'm being honest. Then we have City versus Brentford. Brentford have played well. They drew against Chelsea, even though they didn't deserve to. We should have spanked them. And also they took a throw from 10 meters out from where the ball went out. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, Man City can give Brentford 4, or 5.
Yeah, no, easily. So captaincy. Where are the armbands going? I mean, we know that Haaland is cooking. That's probably everyone's default captain choice against Brentford. But also with the likes of Semenyo, who's been so consistently returning for managers. I think, he is fixture proof in my opinion. I don't care who he's playing. We saw it against ourselves when, we had to dig really deep in order to beat them. But since then, still, they're doing very well defensively. They're doing well. But Gyökeres as well, Gyökeres or Martinelli versus West Ham. Who do we captain?
If I was to make a list, I'd probably say it's probably first choice for probably everyone. I doubt there's a sane man alive who wants to bet against maybe a head trick of Haaland here. And then and it will hurt even more because it'll be the last fixture of the game. If it comes through clutch then you're cooked.
You go for an extra week sitting on top.
One of the Arsenal boys, Martinelli, Saka, Gyökeres, take your pick. Those one of those three can be a vice captain. See, a lot of people want to differentiate Bruno as well, thinking maybe he might do something.
Differentiate Bruno. Who are these people? What are they smoking? Why are people going? What's bringing people to Bruno, Mara? Come on, maybe you can also tell me, Mario. You're also smoking that Bruno, whatever it is. Why do you guys have Bruno? Why do you have Bruno in your team? That Bruno does kills you guys fine.
Purely on the fixtures, like I said, the pendulum swings the other way. Bruno does not miss his penalty. Manchester United don't lose that game 3-1. The momentum would have shifted. Maybe they win it 3-2 the other way. It's a draw. Bruno gets assist as well somewhere there. Gets 3 bonus points. You see, the pendulum could that's cool. If he had scored that penalty, even if we just say
true. Could have.
Let's say he just scored that penalty on its own. That's 7 points plus 3 bonus points. And then at least we're sitting on 10. That's 11 plus 11 on my score. I'm on 69. Maybe I bring Gabriel in. I'm like 80 something. You see, so it goes either way. So Bruno, what if this is that 17-point Bruno Hall? And then we'll be laughing at people.
We never know. But let's look at someone like
Saturday.
Let's have a look at our mini league. our fantastic mini league, the best mini league that you'll find in the country, the best managers that you're gonna find in the country and probably even in the world. I'm sure if we scroll down, we might find some international players participating here, Mario. But yeah, man, I mean, I have to say, I really, really love how the table is looking. We see in first place Isaac Mashabela. Here we go. He's sitting there on 387 points. We see Darren, Man United, 1991. We see you, Darren, 383. Not too far from Here We Go FC. And then Clueless Pedro, we see Pedro. The top three was never shaken, it was never moved. 368 points. That's Pedro there. And we see Chidumbu Mukwe. We see Chidumbu Mukwe coming through. For those that do not know what Chidumbu Mukwe means, it's a vendor name meaning tornado, hurricane. Rather, let's say it's a hurricane, Hurricane Katrina. But yeah, man, coming in there at fourth position on 358 points, just 10 points behind Pedro Clueless. So yeah, man, I'm right behind you, Pedro. And then we see the top five ends with In Pep We Trust. That's Neo, Diesel. We see you now, Diesel. Shout out to Neo there. Also joined equal with me there. The difference being, I don't know how they decide on who goes on the top. Okay, probably it's the game week points that we scored, since I scored 71 and he scored 63. But yeah, man, that makes up the top five. Mario, I don't know, your thoughts?
Yeah, you guys are doing quite well. Only 30 points ahead of me, so not too bad. Still considering that I forgot to change my team at once already
Shaky
this season.
Warrior.
So, yeah, no, it's looking good. JP just creeping back into the top 12. Mateo has fallen a bit. Kyle still fighting to hold on to that top 10. Pedro, the number 7. Keegan, former champ, at 6. Are you sure? Oh, that's a pretty funny name.
No, it's still early days. It's early days. We
No,
know
I'm
things get tough.
reading
This
some
is a
of these.
marathon, and
I'm reading some of these FPL names. All sorts United.
yeah.
Pretty funny. They're not
Boom
like us.
Sakalaka FC.
BBL Breeze.
Yeah, no, but I love it. But Mario, this does bring us to the end of this game week. I think we've already spoken about how things were looking in game week 6. We spoke about how what to expect going into game week 7, considering all the players that have been performing well, that we touched on, that made it onto the game week dream team rather. And I think there's so many shifts in the template. I think you would agree that the template is shifting. It seemed as if there was a template, but the template is slowly shifting. But not to dispute that the template is still there. We see Haaland is still in there. We see Semenyo is still in there. We see the likes of Kudus is still in there. We see the likes
even
of...
speak to like formations, even like
3-4-3.
I mean,
it might be dead.
3-4-2, 3-5-2 might be dead. The
3-5-2
longest,
might be dead.
That is the longest, most consistent formation I remember of like pure dominance in a while, was the 3-5-2. And with these Defcons coming in,
100%, Mario. I mean,
we might even see people switching to
a
5-2-5-3-1.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that FPL in our lifetime would even speak about playing a 5-3-1? What is it? It's wild. It's wild. But I played a 4-4-2 for the first time in, I think, probably 5 seasons, Mario. Probably 5 seasons, if not 6, 7 seasons. I'm giving away how long I've been playing FPL. But I played a 4-4-2, and damn, I loved it. It scored me so many points.
I might play this 4-4-2 this weekend, actually.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't blame you. 4-4-2 was rewarding. It rewarded rewarded me. I was quite happy, and I see this being a new formation given this Defcons that Mario has been speaking about. But yeah, man, Mario, I think we need to close. We need to close. Just to remind the managers that we do have a WhatsApp community that's going. So do come on board and be part of the community. We do host some spaces every now and then where as managers you can just be in there discussing your plans going into the game week and probably your thoughts on what's going on there. So myself or Mario will be hosting those. So just look out. Again, we tend to post the details on the WhatsApp community since most people have WhatsApp and it's easy to quickly just access all of that information. But yeah, man, the deadline is actually tomorrow at 7:30. So 7:30 p.m. Shaky Warriors. If Shaky Warriors are there, you guys are gonna be talking about having missed the deadline, and you can see how things move very fast in EPL. Sorry, in FPL. So yeah, man, get your team sorted. As I said, my team is almost ready. I just need to make a decision if I'm gonna play again 4-4-2 or if I'm gonna switch back to a 3-4-3. And yeah, man. Mario, I don't know, close for us. Your thoughts going into this game week? What's your plan? What's your strategy as a manager for Blue Magic?
Yeah, no, like we were alluding to, the game has changed. The table has been flipped. So I just advise managers to stay with the times, see what is working. Don't always stick to what has always worked. Because FPL is an evolving game. It's an evolving game.
I think, Mario,
And
if
if
your
you're
line
not
is starting to drop, it's a sign.
And if you're not, or maybe it's just you, maybe they can hear me and you're the one who can't. But then let's hope that's the case because I give good advice. But anyway, like I always say, men lie, women lie, but numbers never lie, baby.
Yeah, you heard. Numbers never lie. You must always check the scoreboard. But yeah, from us, we shall catch you guys on the next episode. As you said, we're trying out some really new things here. So hopefully this is also coming in the way that we're hoping that it will. And yeah, man, you must just look out for more changes that we're going to be doing. But the whole point of this is to ensure that, we are always here to give you all the analysis that you need going into the next game week. From us, we're out. Cheers.
Peace.